Oh, that is a very flattering angle. We're gonna try to do something with this face before some people hop on, hopefully. I've been gone for a while, so I don't know if they will still hop on. Hello. It has been a while, hasn't it? But I don't know how the video feed looks, or if you have were here before, but I have Starlink now, so I can actually do live streams and stuff again, which I am super excited about. The only problem is that I cannot go live out in my shop outside, which is where I spend most of my time now. I can't go live out there because it's under like a metal roof. So that kind of sucks. Because that's where I spend like 80% of my time now. But I'm just gonna hang out while I put my makeup on, and I am not good at just talking to a void. So if some of my people get on here and want to talk, then we'll chat. But otherwise, it feels very strange to talk into a void. I don't know. Maybe I should just think out loud. Is that what people do? It has definitely been a while, and I actually really miss being on here. The only reason I haven't been is just because I've been so wishy-washy with just where we're at in life right now, and trying to figure out what I want to do, how I want to spend my time, which I do want to spend time doing this, but YouTube is it's very time consuming, uploading, editing, filming, all of that. But I have all the equipment already, and I don't want it to go to waste. I've learned so much with editing. I spent so much time learning how to just do things like that, so it would be a shame not to use it. But I've been trying to, I've had an Etsy shop called Rusty Hook Studio. I've had it for years, way before I was even on YouTube. But I'm wanting to start doing like some craft shows, like becoming a vendor. And all of my craft stuff was under Rusty Hook Studio. But nobody from here knows that. Nobody from like my TikTok and YouTube know about it. But so I was trying to like grow that, and then it just dawned on me last night. I was like, you know what? This is just too much. We're just gonna combine LittleTraumaMama and Rusty Hook Studio. Like, I'm just going to absorb it because more people know me as LittleTraumaMama. So we're just going to absorb it, and the algorithm will probably not work in my favor, but that's okay. Maybe it'll take some time. But I didn't want to just like abandon my channel that I worked so hard on but my content, people get like upset when you change your content. But I'm changing. I've changed. I'm growing. I'm healing. I'm getting better. So that has to be reflected. Hey Cindy, that has to be reflected with your channel, or you'll just lose interest and abandon it, and everybody will wonder what happened to you. I'm not getting ready for anything in particular. But I feel like I have more productive days when I get up and get myself ready. Even if I don't go anywhere, for some reason I'm still a lot more productive. I know it probably looks like I don't know how to put on makeup. It's not that, it's that I don't know how to put on makeup and talk at the same time. I'm like I get very overstimulated, and it comes across to people, I'm sure, like I'm just a bitch, but like if somebody's talking to me and then somebody else starts talking, or if I'm on the phone and somebody starts talking to me in like person, I will like glitch and shut down. It's kind of the same. That's why I don't particularly like doing live streams, because it's very hard for me to do more than one thing at a time, especially since my accident and my good old TBI makes it even. I wasn't good at it before. I'm terrible at it now. You know what triggers me the most about it, Sandy? Y'all are gonna laugh at me, but if you pull up to a drive-through, like I need to know if I'm ordering, if I pull up to a drive-through and I don't already know what everybody wants, I will shut down. Like, tell me what you want before we get up there. And if you say anything to me while I'm trying to order, I will just like shut down. I don't know why that is. What's that? What's what? Still had a tag on my shirt. Most of y'all are probably at work right now. So some things that have happened in my life lately, I'll just word vomit and you can watch it or not. Totally fine. What was aggravating you? I have no idea. I done forgot what I was talking about. If you follow me on Facebook, then you probably already know this, but the drive-through, yes. Drive-throughs, I need to know the order before I pull up, period, or you're gonna have to order it. Or, oh, you know what else is really aggravating? It's when people, like if you go in somewhere and you order and like they're talking or whatever, and then they get up to the register and then they look up at the menu like, bro, what were you doing this whole time? Anyways, if you follow me on Facebook, you already know this, but they've been in a few videos here on YouTube, my goats. We got goats in 2013 and have had Mo and Tila. Those were our first two goats. And then a couple weeks later we got Buddy, and then a few years later we got Goose. And those goats were very important to us. They were part of our family. we interacted with them all day, every day. And on Easter Day, a dog came over here and killed all of my goats. And that has been really hard. I was here by myself that day. I was here getting ready to go do family Easter stuff, and I never heard anything, nothing. And went out to the shop, and I noticed I didn't see the goats, which was weird. But I thought, well, they're down in the woods eating because it's spring, everything's starting to bloom, and there's green, and they loved it when all the stuff started coming back. So I thought they were just out eating somewhere. And then I go do my family thing, and I get home and I don't see them, which again I thought was weird. But I thought, you know what? Don't get in your head. Don't overreact. And you're don't be dramatic, Christy. That's what I told myself. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just come back and check on them. So a couple hours later, I go outside, don't see the goats. Rewind, that's not how that happened. A couple hours later, I opened the front door to go outside, and I saw the dogs in the goat pen, and I knew immediately when I saw the dogs. It clicked with, I have not seen my goats all day, and I knew. And so I walked down into their pen, and I could see, I don't remember now if it was Goose or Tila, but I think it was Tila. I could see Tila, she was a brown goat, and I could see that she was laying there, and I stopped because I didn't want to get close to her. And called Lee, screaming, crying. I was like, the goats are dead, the goats are dead, all the goats are dead. I haven't found Mo yet, but I know he's dead. And so he was at work, and he was on a call. So he's like, call Roger, who is my neighbor. So Roger's our neighbor, but also our family. Not by blood, but we're very, very close. Anyways, I call Roger, and I'm screaming and crying like, my goats are dead, my goats are dead. And Roger and his daughter Christy come over, and Tila and Goose were down. My Facebook name is Christy Bullock. It should be linked on my profile somewhere. But Goose and Tila were down towards the back of the pen, and Christy went. They have a little goat barn, and it had a basement, and in the basement are like their sleeping stalls, and she went under there, and that's where Mo was. So we had to leave them there until Lee got off the next morning. So I called the police. This is a benefit. It's a benefit. It's the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is what I've been using for years. Anyways, I called the police. We filed a police report. And I said I wasn't, we have security cameras outside to keep an eye on the goats. Yes, benefit. And I said that I did not want to see what happened. I didn't want to watch it, and I didn't for a couple weeks. And then a couple weeks went by, and I had to know what happened. So I pulled up the security footage and I fast forwarded through the awful parts. But those dogs, 2 dogs, one dog I know will no longer be a problem. And that's all I'll say about that. But those 2 dogs came and they were chasing the goats around the house, and Goose was the first one. Goose ran down into the pen and they chased him and they killed him. And it was not quick. It was awful. And it took a while, and those dogs were so exhausted after killing the first one that they laid down there, or they laid beside him, panting, resting, recovering. And then I don't know how much time went by, and then they got up. Same thing to Tila. Chased her, she ran down in the pen, they got a hold of her, killed her, and they were tired. So then they laid down beside her, rested and recovered. And after a while, they got back up, and then they went after the big goat, which was Mo. And he ran into his sleeping stall, and that's where they killed him. Hey, Mary Bell. What kind of dogs were they? One was a pit. That dog is no longer an issue. But you know, I can't say on the internet anything further about that. But oh, I did not mean to do that. I am not good at talking and doing my makeup. But one was a pit. One was I don't know, some kind of like pit mix. I have not seen that dog again. But the gray pit bull, it was not this year, but last year, our fainting goat, Buddy, was killed. And the only reason he was the only one killed was because I heard it, and we ran outside, and he had already killed one goat. But we stopped before he could get the other 3. Well, that same dog is the same dog that came back a year later and killed the rest of them. I follow a little boy on Facebook that was attacked by 3 pits. Well, that gray pit bull killed all of my goats, all 4 of them. 1 last year, the other 3 this year. And I haven't talked about it much because I don't want people to, I don't know. I don't want people thinking I'm just like trying to milk it for sympathy or something, you know, like, because I do know they're just goats, but they were like, if you knew us, then you knew how integrated those goats were into our family and how much time we spent with them and all that. I mean, every time I go outside, I get upset. I couldn't sit out on the porch for weeks. I couldn't even be outside. It's probably 5 years. He's still going through major facial reconstruction. Yes, they were our family. And that dude's lucky that it was goats and not kids. But I can tell you that he was made aware that it was his dogs that killed all of our goats. He was made aware of that. And apparently still didn't do anything with his dogs because 2 weeks later, He came back. And I'm still waiting on the other dog to come back. If you've watched me do these before, I used to do like a cream eyeliner because I always like a little wing. But as I get older, my eyes droop. And so now I just do like I use an eyeshadow and kind of do like a little, like a softer eyeliner. I feel like it's more forgiving. Did the owner get any fines? We filed a police report, and it's a misdemeanor, basically. So they're not going to go after him for a misdemeanor, but like if he gets pulled over or something and they look him up, that will be on there, but I don't know. We could technically sue, but this is a person that I think lives in a house with no power. A very rundown house with like half a roof and Confederate flags in all the windows. Like he don't have anything. It would just be more trouble than it's worth to sue him. So so yeah, that's that. Yes, I didn't know if I even wanted goats again, and we have decided that we do want goats again. And I wish we could get them now because we've got so much overgrowth now that our goats always kept under control. It's getting out of hand, but I told Lee that I didn't want goats again until he was able to get some of their barn repaired and stuff. I don't want to bring new goats into like what their little barn looks like right now. It needs new floors and like it's in rough shape and it just needs to be fixed. So whenever he's able to do that, which I'm sure will be a while, then we'll get goats again. So yeah, we haven't had to cut our grass in like 3 years because our goats, they just stayed right around the house and they ate everything and kept everything down. And we haven't had to cut grass, but now everything is just, there's brush everywhere because we live in the woods, so there's stuff everywhere. Yeah, but just seeing all that makes me sad. Going outside makes me sad. Looking at their pictures make me sad. I quit looking at my Facebook memories like probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, because as my kids get older, I would get sad when I would see my memories, so I just don't look at them. Which is weird, but I just don't look at them. I know I can't talk and put mascara on. Oh, let me get my mascara on and I want to show you one of the things that I've been making. I forgot I had it in here. I wanted to give you like a little tour of my shop. Lee still hasn't got the walls put up and the doors and stuff. But like I have a legit, for real shop now where I do all of my, where I do all of my projects. I told you I can't do mascara and talk. Anyways, I have one in here. This is some of the stuff I've been making. Can you say Aaliyah and Riley? Hey, Aaliyah and Riley. It's a little trinket tray. And it's got pressed flowers in it, and I did some glitter, but is that not super cute? That's the kind of stuff I've been doing out in the shop. One of these days I'll get it on my Etsy store. I really like making things. Yes, it's resin. I really like making things. I don't like creating listings for things. Maybe that'll be a good thing for me to do tonight since it's supposed to be off and on raining. I bet some of y'all thought that I was never coming back, didn't you? I just got ready to move on from talking about things that happened to me. Okay. When I'm done with my makeup, my earrings are always covered in makeup, so I use a Q-tip and my micellar water, and I clean my earrings off and make them shiny again. Okay. Thank you, Sandy. Now I got to do something with this hair. Let's see. So anyways, I'm going to get back to posting here. But like I said, the content is going to be different because I'm different, you know? So I'm sure I'll lose a lot of subscribers. I'll gain some new ones. It's fine. But I almost started a second YouTube channel, and I was just like, God, that's so much effort. I don't want to do that. I just want to make things, sell some things here and there, and like have a community on here because I like you guys. What's my content gonna be? It's just gonna be like vlogs and crafting stuff. I mean, y'all know I have strong opinions about things, and you know, sometimes I'll get on here and talk about something that I want to talk about. Oh, and Bailey, of course. I didn't even realize he wasn't in the thing. Bailey's still being Bailey. I know like one cute hairstyle that's not a ponytail, and that's how I've been doing my hair. If I can, probably won't be able to do it now that I'm trying to do it in front of people. Let's see. I can't really tell how that looks, but I can't see it, so that's what we're going with. Oh crap. I'm not supposed to spray that with Bailey's in here, and I forgot. Normally I go into the other, if Bailey's in here, I go into the other bathroom before I spray anything, because you can't do that around birds. So I hope PETA does not come after me. I'm sorry. I did not mean to. Bad bird mom. I'm sorry, Muffin. Okay, I am going to get on with my day, go out in the shop, do some things, go to Michael's. I'm going to be deleting all of my Rusty Hook Studio socials. And then I can't decide if I want to just leave everything Little Trauma Mama or like do something like Little Trauma Mama's, but I hate the way everything, Little Trauma Mama's Creations or Little Trauma Mama's Corner. Like I don't like any of that, so I may just leave it Little Trauma Mama and change my Etsy shop to Little Trauma Mama. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, but have a great day. And I'll be back. I'll be doing more of these because I have internet now. So, all right, guys. Bye.